This week on Hollywood On Set, Paddington Bear embarks on an unforgettable journey to Peru after receiving a troubling letter about Aunt Lucy in Paddington in Peru.
I adored the Paddington film, so when, the option came up for Paddington 3, I'd have done anything.
I was delighted that on page 1 I was chuckling.
It's an adventure quest journey story.
And it's been exciting to get us all out of London and taking the adventure somewhere else.
Well, we wanted a holiday to remember.
Is it me or is it getting a bit choppy?
I appear to be driving the boat!
Next, 2 elite operatives must join forces to survive the deadly dangers lurking within a mysterious chasm in the Gorge.
I hope audiences enjoy it. I really do feel like it's got something for everybody. It's a highly entertaining film, and it's a very big film. And I just hope they get something out of it. I think there's a lot of love that went into it.
Wilson. Thanks for coming in. Well, thank you for the invite, sir.
Later, follow Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, as he embarks on a high-stakes mission to uncover the truth behind a global crisis in Captain America: Brave New World.
You get to see just the size and the scope of the movie, and I'm just excited for people to see Sam Wilson.
Captain America caught without his wings.
You like to play dress up and blindly execute the state's orders.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
What if this is a trap?
You don't even know what this is.
Since when were they red?
Thank you for using PhotoMe.
Thank you for having me.
Please note that headwear is not permitted.
In Paddington in Peru, Paddington Bear and the Brown family embark on an exciting adventure through the Amazon and the mountains of Peru to find Aunt Lucy, uncovering mysteries and heartwarming moments along the way.
Dear Aunt Lucy, I have very important news. We're coming to Peru. Oh, help yourself.
I had absolutely no idea what to expect, and I was delighted that on page 1 I was chuckling.
I just loved the adventure of this script. Every scene is something that you've never quite seen before.
It's been really wonderful to come back to this world again. It's a sense of feeling like coming home.
It was a particular joy introducing Olivia Colman and Antonio Banderas to the film.
Antonio plays a character called Hunter Cabot, who is a charming, dashing riverboat captain.
Capitan Hunter Cabot, at your service. A character got a life divided in everything that has to do with his daughter and the greed of generations of family that are searching for El Dorado.
You mean... nice chips.
We gave him this wonderful virtuoso challenge in this film, which is he doesn't just play himself, but he plays a whole variety of ancestors.
If anyone can do it, it's you, young bear.
As soon as Olivia put on her nun's habit, she became the Reverend Mother.
To have interactions with the Browns family, Paddington, and Mrs. Bird was very exciting.
She was entirely game for all her scenes, which vary from the sublime to the ridiculous.
Paddington in Peru.
The entire cast was deeply involved and excited to be part of this project.
I adored the Paddington films, so when, the option came up for Paddington 3, I'd have done anything.
I was delighted that on page 1 I was chuckling.
It's an adventure, quest, journey story.
And it's been exciting to get us all out of London and taking the adventure somewhere else.
Some time has passed. Paddington is still happily living with the Browns. The family don't seem to be spending enough time together, and he's writing to Aunt Lucy to tell her what's been going on.
Dear Aunt Lucy, we're coming to Peru.
He's coming!
Of course, when Paddington and the Browns set off to Peru, nothing is going to go quite as you expect.
Of course, Henry's a bit worried. Peru's got lots of risks.
That gave us lots of things, like the Browns, then fish out of water. And in some ways, Paddington's a fish out of water because he's been in London so long.
Capitan Hunter Cabot, at your service.
Hunter Cabot is a charming, dashing riverboat captain.
According to legend, the bear will show the way. Right. And what bear would that be?
The themes of home and belonging and what is family have always been central to the Paddington films, and very much in this as well.
Paddington finds that home can mean different things or have shades of meaning.
Aunt Lucy always says, when skies are grey, hope is the way. I'm coming, Aunt Lucy!
Hugh Bonneville, who plays Mr. Brown, took us on an exclusive tour around the Brown family home, showing us the charming details and behind-the-scenes secrets of their cozy London life.
Hello, I'm Hugh Bonneville. I play Henry Brown in Paddington. Welcome to 32 Windsor Gardens, home of the Brown family and of a bear called Paddington. Oops. But thanks to the magic of cinema, here we are in the hall. So the exteriors of the house are actually filmed in Primrose Hill in North London, and these sets are actually in the studio. Come with me. This is the living room and the kitchen beyond. I can remember being on this set in the first Paddington film and falling in love with it, and I know that lots of people who've enjoyed the films want to live at 32 Windsor Gardens, and I don't blame them. Revisiting this set for the first time on this third film was rather special, especially when I noticed on the bookshelf this photograph of little Sam and little Maddie. It's been very lovely to come back and revisit an old haunt. But the Browns have been remodelling the home over the years, and there's another room I want to show you that's new. It used to be a cupboard, and now it's Mrs. Bird's utility room. And I think you've got a clue from all the tools on the wall and this particular fuse box that she's up to something. Of course, Mrs. Bird is played by Julie Walters, and she is ridiculously inventive in her comedy and in her character. I just love Mrs. Bird. This is perhaps the most enchanting and memorable space in the whole house, and my favourite gag, it's the foot of the stairs. Brilliant. So, follow me. We'll have a look upstairs. And this is Henry and Mary's bedroom. And this is Judy's bedroom. As I said, we've been working together for 10 years, so they're not little children anymore, but luckily they're still childlike and good fun. Well, thanks for joining me. I've got to get back on to another set now, so why don't you go upstairs and see where Paddington hangs out.
Voila! Aunt Lucy! Paddington, we're here! Aunt Lucy!
I'm afraid she set off on some sort of quest deep in the jungle, and we have no idea where she is.
Aunt Lucy found me when I was a cub. Now I have to find her.
But the Amazon is quite large.
We have to try.
And I have faith that you will survive.
This will be fun. I can show you where I'm from.
Well, we wanted a holiday to remember.
Is it me, or is it getting a bit choppy?
I appear to be driving the boat!
Up Next, get ready for an action-packed adventure as a new threat emerges, forcing two elite agents to put aside their differences and team up in the Gorge.
I loved all the action sequences. We had a whole bunch of really big set pieces, so that was a really fun challenge. I have new orders that require me to go dark for at least a year, maybe more. A special assignment in an undisclosed location.
In the Gorge, two elite operatives stationed on opposite sides of a vast and mysterious chasm form an unexpected bond. But when a deadly threat emerges from the depths, they must work together to survive.
It was something I wrote during COVID at a time when I was trying to sort out sort of how I was going to manage, what everyone was dealing with, right? And I knew I could always tell original stories, and that's what I love doing more than anything else. And it gave me, honestly, a little sense of control when I felt like I didn't have a lot of control. And it really was about a love story about two people that who didn't have a person, who no one felt like they understood them, and then finally maybe there's this person over there that gets me that no one else does, but between us is this vast unknown, this horrible thing that nobody knows what's going on, right? And that's what COVID was at the time, and we kind of put a face on it in this movie, and it's really about sort of love versus the unknown, which is what so many of us did at that time. If you were lucky enough to have someone to be with, you were like, I don't know how we're going to do this, we'll do it together.
Good evening, Jossa. Even though I'm not supposed to be here.
Good evening, Levi. And we're cloaked. So who's watching? I made rabbit pie. Do you like rabbit pie?
I intend to.
What's that you're growing?
I brought you flowers.
Of course you did. Thank you.
Anya Taylor-Joy stars as Strassa and absolutely fell in love with the action and dance scenes.
I loved all the action sequences. We had a whole bunch of really big set pieces, so that was a really fun challenge. But I also really loved the dance that Miles and I get to do. It felt really special. And when we finished it, it was a huge sense of like, okay, we got it. I think luckily in the film you get an opportunity to see both sides of her, but really her music taste was a big insight into who she was for me. How quick she is to laugh. I find that the balance between that and what she does for a living creates a very interesting person.
Your father and grandfather served.
Yes.
As an elite sniper, you have 113 confirmed kills and an additional 81 probable kills. Are those numbers accurate?
No.
Are the actual numbers fewer or greater?
Greater.
As a veteran, how many private contractors have you worked for?
11.
But you also still work for the Marine Corps on occasion.
And any time they call.
Miles Teller stars as Levi and felt a deep connection with his character, loving the powerful themes that drive the movie.
The movie takes place in a bit of a supernatural setting, but at his core, he's a Service member, elite sniper. I've had some, I've researched that for other roles before. I have friends who are in the military, family members who are in the military. You want to try and play it as earnestly as you can, and what we ask these men and women to go through and then just return to civilian life, it's really hard. And in this movie, I appreciated that there's a term warrior poet, and there's a long history of what that means. But really, it's nice, for him to have an outlet. I think some type of expression of what they go through, it's good. It needs to go somewhere. The movie does a really good job of exploring what that would be like when you're separated by a big canyon and miles of separation, but it still comes down from like intention, and even though they're separated by a long distance, you can tell that they really do care about the other one. There's a firefight that happens across the gorge where they truly have each other's back, but I think from the relationship standpoint, it just, there's a little distance between them, but the emotions are there.
They're everywhere. We're too exposed.
The gorge wall. Levi?
We get boxed in, we're screwed.
We're screwed anyway. Barricade.
Producer Cheryl Clark felt lucky to work with such a fantastic team and was thrilled with the script.
We got so lucky to get Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. I mean, that was such a big piece of the puzzle. And then really finding the best costume designer. We got Ellen Moroznik, who was just nominated for an Oscar for Oppenheimer. And we had such excellent professionals. So that was sort of the fun of prep. It's just putting all those amazing pieces together in each department. We had an excellent crew and an excellent group of people making this movie.
What's the truth about this place? What's the truth about the gorge?
You asked for me.
Next, get ready for an intense ride as new threats emerge, and Sam Wilson carries the weight of the world on his shoulders. To prove his worth, he must rise to the occasion and become the hero the world needs in Captain America: Brave New World.
You get to see just the size and the scope of the movie, and I'm just excited for people to see Sam Wilson.
Captain America caught without his wings.
You like to play dress up and blindly execute the state's orders.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
What if this is a trap?
You don't even know what this is.
Since when were they red?
You want to help me? Is there anything you remember?
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Thaddeus Ross.
Whatever this is, Cap, be careful.
What do we know?
There were 5 shooters. This was a coordinated terrorist attack, sir.
In Captain America: Brave New World, Sam Wilson steps into his new role as Captain America. Facing a global crisis, he must prove he's ready to carry the weight of the shield and become the hero the world needs.
This movie, this new Captain America: Brave New World, is part of this amazing lineage going back to the first Avenger, and then of course everybody loves Winter Soldier and Civil War II. There's always been a grounded geopolitical tone and energy to these movies, and to be able to tell this story and introduce Sam as Captain America but still continue that rich legacy of these movies was thrilling, and it's a genre I love, so I'm so glad I got to make this film for that reason. It's so exciting, you know. Part of why I wanted to do this was because it was an opportunity to introduce the world and really cement Sam Wilson as our new Captain America to the world, and then to have Mackie, you know, come into his own in this way in this movie is quite phenomenal. But then also Danny Ramirez as our new Falcon, the chemistry between them, the big brother, little brother dynamic, it's really a big part of the fun and the humor in this movie, but also the emotional core. But the other big component of it is, of course, Harrison Ford and his relationship with Sam Wilson. I've looked up to Harrison ever since I was a kid. When I first went to the movies in America when I moved here as a kid, the second movie I ever saw was Clear and Present Danger. So to get to work with Harrison now, I can't believe it's happening. But the chemistry as well between him and Mackie in this film is through the roof. So it's emotional, it's thrilling, it's fun, and I'm just so excited for fans to see it.
You and I haven't always agreed on how much latitude enhanced individuals deserve. But what you've accomplished has given me reason to reconsider. Which is why I want you, Captain America, to help me rebuild the Avengers.
The Avengers?
Yes, sir.
Anthony Mackie, who plays Sam Wilson, aka Captain America, is excited for the audience to experience this action-packed adventure filled with thrills and excitement.
They can expect an exciting thrill ride of a movie. I mean, this movie kind of encapsulates all of the trademarks that we love from Marvel films. You know, it's the action, it's high-packed, it's exciting, it's everything. It's just even from this, you get to see just the size and the scope of the movie, and I'm just excited for people to see Sam Wilson.
The country needs Captain America.
Tonight is the first step towards lasting peace across this great new world.
Stand by for proof of death.
Go, go, go!
Your inner circle has been compromised. Either you can't see that or you don't want to.
Shira Haas stars as Ruth and was thrilled to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Amazing. It's incredible. It's finally happening. We've been working so hard on this film, and I'm so proud to be part of the MCU world. First time, new character, a very cool one, and I'm very excited for people to watch it and to finally celebrate this amazing film, truly. Yes, I think what I really like about this film is that it has like the perfect combination of being super action and exciting and thrilling, but at the same time it has such a grounded feeling to it, you know, such as like my favorite Marvel themes as well. So I think they won't be disappointed. I'm really, really excited. And I only saw it like 2 weeks ago for the first time, so I think they'll be very pleased.
Damn, nobody saw that.
Danny Ramirez, who plays Joaquin Torres, aka Falcon, was thrilled to be part of the project, especially with such an incredible cast.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming, and obviously it's to celebrate Julius's vision and all the people that we got to play with. Obviously Anthony Mackie, fantastic, Harrison Ford, Giancarlo, Shira, Carl, like it's such a great group of actors that every single day on set we got to build. And so to be able to show off what we built is such a relief and the celebration. Yeah, well I think that's the part that I loved, even being introduced in the MCU and specifically this sandbox to play in, which is a lot more grounded, and the tension that Julius is able to create in this, it's like this rubber band that you keep stretching and stretching, and you know it's gonna snap at one point. And so when it finally snaps, you're already on the edge of your seat, and now you're just trying to hang on for dear life. So I think the air-to-air sequences, although not on the ground, are still incredibly grounded, and I think the action that you see on there, it's all earned and justified.
in a way that I think is really going to emotionally invest people. Yeah, I'm happy about it.
We're on the brink of war. I can't trust anyone. Nothing about this feels right.
Captain America.